Welcome back. Can you see us back here behind all the beautiful florals? Look at that.
Hi.
Who's back? Ian Shelton of Lilly's Florals at Price Cutter. Happy graduation.
Happy graduation. It's here. It's here.
It's here. It's finally
Officially.
like happening for all the college grads, all the high school grads, you
It
know?
is. It
Even the
is.
kindergarten grads?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I
You
forgot
know?
about that. Oh, my goodness. And preschool.
Preschool? Yeah, there's so many graduations happening.
So, I mean, we have kids of all ages that are graduating, or we can't forget the people that have recitals. Yeah, we
That's
got instrumental
right.
dance recitals, all
gosh.
those. So I kind of brought something to give us a good, an idea of what to send somebody or
Okay.
to give them
Yeah.
for graduation recitals or anything that they got going on this time of year.
Absolutely.
So where do you want to start?
Oh, well, let's see. Let's start with the balloons.
Okay.
Okay.
I love
So
balloons.
we have quite a wide variety of graduation balloons, as you can see. One of my favorites this year, right there, Jeremy, the big
Oh.
old shooting star.
Yes, look at that.
And then, of course, the cap with the diploma on it as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
And the class of 2023. Got some of those. I really like the finish on the balloons these days. I know it sounds kind of weird, but technology has come such a long way.
Yeah, no.
It really has.
Even with balloons.
Even with balloons, everything's
absolutely.
evolving.
Maddie, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I'm going to move this balloon out of your face because we cannot see your face. There we go. Sorry, that
okay.
just drove me nuts, Miss Maddie.
It's okay.
There we go.
I saw you put that there. So we've also got some of the smaller balloons. These are easy to grab. You can just grab one of those and put it into like a sack there. We've got some champagne and we've got some wonderful stuff that we grabbed around the store, you know. Put together a little to-go bag for somebody who may be graduating. And also, there's my dozen roses there and my recital flowers there.
Oh,
so I thought today we could wrap some flowers together.
Okay.
Oh, wait, wait, did you skip over the chocolate part? Because I was waiting to eat some of that chocolate. I just
Yeah, I kind of skipped over.
Some kisses over here.
I just love that chocolate. I'm
That's
just
my
saying.
breakfast on the way to work today. So, I'm just going to kind of show you. Anyone at home can do this, or you can have one of us at any of our Lily's custom florals to do this for you.
Okay.
But I thought it'd be kind of something interesting for our viewers to see.
Yes, get in there.
I would love,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
You do it.
So,
I'm really not crafty, but I like to challenge myself.
all right, okay. So I chose a sleeve of lilies here. And as you see right down here, I have a bucket of flowers. And that's just like a small little example of what we have in our stores to grab and go. And so what I'll do is I'll take my paper. I like to think of it on the angle. Look
Okay.
at what I've got going on. Is there any greenery in it? And then a lot of times I separate my greenery out.
Okay, so you're taking the greenery from the flowers and the bulbs.
Yes, and
Okay.
of course everyone's going to be a little different.
Right.
But I kind of want to get a good look at that and see what my greenery is, the background. It gives good contrast.
Okay.
And so as I'm looking around at my greens and my flowers, these wonderful oriental lilies, wonderful. They smell great. I'm going to remove some of the greenery there.
I found more
And
greenery.
is that just to make it easier to
Yes. Yeah.
tie up and make a little less bulky?
Correct.
Okay.
That's very good. And so, and you want nice, clean stems. It gives a nice professional look. And so I always call it flower manipulation. You need to manipulate it.
Okay.
So it matches and performs the way that you need it to perform for your task.
Okay.
So I'm just
Beautiful.
looking at that. I kind of turn it to make sure that it looks nice and full. So see how I have this wonderful dimension.
My gosh, yes.
You're creating the picture.
Your face.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm just amazed over here. I know.
And so, since this was a very simple bouquet, well, one of my favorites actually, there's not a lot of filler, there's not a lot of accent flowers, so these lilies are really the star of the show.
And they're gonna just pop.
And they will
But
pop
you could take other bouquets and combine them and create a larger bouquet with the
Absolutely.
different grab and goes that you get, which I
Absolutely.
like to do because then I make it my own self and it's a little custom.
Yes, absolutely. And actually, that's what I did right here.
Oh, let me look at this one.
And I thought that'd be great for a girl that has a dance recital, tap, jazz, ballet, whatever she's got going on.
Or a girl that's on the news with you right now.
Or a girl that's on the
I don't know. I'm
Hint,
just.
hint.
I don't know. I don't know who we're talking about. What?
So now you see I pretty well got my bouquet laid out there. And so I wanted to have a nice clean look. So
Okay.
I like to, this is just one of the techniques that I do, is I like to kind of curl that side there like so.
But you missed. Did you not tell the viewers about your trick? Because look at this, the double layers.
Yeah, I was going to say, I did not see any red until you folded over, so I'm like,
You were
okay.
adding that trick
Yeah.
because it's all about layers with the design.
It is, and if you notice, this is like a clear cello sheet that has a star print on it for the stars of our lives.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this is called a flip sheet. And the flip sheet is when you flip it over, there's a different color, different pattern on it. And so, ta-da!
Ta-da.
Okay, so you did one fold, and then you kind of took that, like one first fold into another one, and
Yep.
then over the flower.
Yep, that's
okay.
exactly what I did.
Okay.
And so, same kind of example here, because I'll show you why. When I bring my flowers around, or
Okay.
my wrap around to my
Okay.
flowers, like so, it gives a nice, clean, finished edge.
Uh-huh.
Now comes the tricky part.
Would you want me to hold anything for you?
Yeah, sure, you can
Here,
actually
I'll
just
hold
hold
that.
just
Yep.
like that.
Gotcha.
And put my ribbon underneath. I kind of shimmy it under there.
Okay.
All right. And then I just give it a quick tie like you're tying a shoe. And that will pleat that,
That's
that paper
beautiful.
Okay.
in. Yeah.
Beautiful.
See, I would be caught up in the
Tie it
cellophane
above.
sheet.
Here, let me.
I
let me
would
use
have
my
it all
finger for you,
over.
Ian, there,
Oh,
I
thank
gotcha.
you. Thank you.
But remember, Ian, my grandmother and several of my aunts are florists.
Oh, okay.
And so I remember helping them in doing this when they would arrange. My grandma would
Yeah.
arrange the church flowers every single week from her garden. And it was
Oh,
so much
wow.
fun to help her to make those and learn all about flowers and
and-
their names and whatnot. You know, I'm not very good at it, but she was great at it.
One of my grandmothers, they lived very close to us when I was growing up, and she had a very big yard. And I remember my favorite flower was the morning glory that it came back every year. It went to seed and it came back, you know. And it right by the faucet on the west side of the house. That was one of my favorites. And she had peonies and iris. And I used to pick those kinds of flowers, and she'd be like, "Now, don't bring those ants in the house."
Oh, that's the
Yes.
truth.
The ants.
Peonies are
peonies,
terrible
yeah.
with ants.
Yeah, and we used to, here in the United States as a florist, we used to get peonies from Cuba, if I remember right. And they discontinued a lot of that importing just because they just could not control
For the ants, yeah.
Oh,
So, Ian,
gosh,
if people
yeah.
want these wonderful grab-and-goes, make their own custom, get an arrangement, just come to Lily's Florals and ask
Come
about
to
it.
Lily's Florals, and we got you taken care of.
And if
Guys,
someone wanted to do
look
it
at
at
that.
home, you would say, hey, just give me those supplies, or?
Yeah, and if you've already got these at your house, or if you like to DIY, or if you like to be crafty, you know, absolutely. Or if we got it around and you happen to see it, say, hey, can I get some of that? Sure. You know, we always got you taken care of.
They
But
really do.
this is just...
And it's gorgeous. Look at that.
Gorgeous. Look how quick.
This is great if somebody was performing in a musical or a play at one of the theaters and you wanted
Oh,
to give them
yeah.
some.
Yes.
This is another
Easy to
another
hold.
really
Ian,
easy to
thank
hold.
you so
Thank
much,
you
my
so
friend.
much.
Yes.
Great to see you as always.
All right,
for
don't go
having me.
anywhere. More fun on Ozarks Fox AM after this.
So simple and easy.
How quick you did that. I'm like, I'm in amazement.